facing that way. Otherwise your orientation's wrong. But I know I'm a little bit early, so I won't do anything just yet. I'm just checking that it's live as it should be. Yeah, we need to be that way ever so slightly, don't we? Or do we? Nope, gone the wrong way, ignore me. That way. That seems about right. And I can zoom in a bit once I've worked out the actual cutting the bigger papers and stuff, because you'll want to be zoomed out a tiny bit more to see that. Oh, it seems it's in like a bit of a weird thing. Hi Lisa, how are you? Is that moving or is that me? Is that like, is the screen like it's trying to focus, or am I going mad? I think it is. Maybe I just need to zoom in a bit or something. Do let me know if it's doing strange things. While I know I'm early, so while I'm waiting, hi Tanya, how are you? I'll show you what we're using. So we have got Rosie Studio, obviously, and I've gone for, so the two I've pulled out are Born to Bloom, because it's new to me and I love it, it's so pretty, and Hello Honey, because I think personally, let me sort of squish these together, I think they match really nicely as like a whole thing. Thank you, Lisa. I thought I'd do it for International Scrapbook. I want to say International Scrapbook Day, but it's International Scrapbook Weekend, really. It was yesterday. Yeah, so I thought these all went together quite nicely. And then I've had a quick look and I found a Pink Strawberries tutorial, because I love her tutorials, to make like a flat mail type thing. I didn't really want to do anything with a die or an SVG, because I know not everybody's got those. So I thought if you did want to craft along, we could do something with just a scoreboard and a cutting board. Hi Lauren, how are you? Hi Zoe. Thank you. These ones are Rosie Studio. Don't forget you can use RS-Emma for 10% off. Make sure you get a discount code. If you're not going to use mine, find your favourite creator that's in the Creative Club and use theirs, because it does directly support them, which is great, and it means you get a discount. So those are the two I've got. I've pulled out, oh, I have actually got some daisy chain bits in here as well. I don't know if they still have daisy chain on the website. I don't know if anybody knows that. Let me grab it. It is this one with like the horses, daisies obviously, rainbows, all that sort of stuff. Again, similar colours. So I thought I'd pop that in the little basket next to me just in case. But the other bits I've got are Born to Bloom, the chipboard, the die cut sentiments, the die cut ephemera, these butterflies, I mean, how could I not? They're so sparkly. And then chipboard embellishments. So that's the Born to Bloom bits, sorry. And then Hello Honey, we've got the ephemera, which happens to be in here, but it is there. The puffy stickers, the floral ephemera, which I don't usually get, but it was so pretty, such pretty colours. Puffy stickers and the chipboard embellishments. So I'm hoping to sort of like squish those two collections together and it will go nicely, she says. Let's see. And I'm going to use plain cardstock to make the base so that we can put these papers on, because they're single-sided, and Pink Strawberries does do like tutorials specifically for single-sided, which is great. I also have a fan running, so if you can hear and it's driving you nuts, please do let me know so I can turn it off for you. You seem not quite flat. Are you flat now? There we go. Oh, did Spellbinders have a sale? I've seen that. I think it is Chloe's Creative Cards has got free shipping this weekend. I think Crafty Charlie. I'm pretty sure I got an email from them. And who else did I get an email from? DRK Crafts. I think they had like a the more you spend, the more you save kind of sale going on. But if anyone knows of any other sales, do let the chat know. So A4 paper. That's what we're going to start with. And I was going to use, see, I have these pieces because I really like this pale pink, but I don't know if I want the darker one. No, I think, oh no, I'm indecisive already. Can we believe it? Right. I'll put out the darker pink. They're the whole collection for a £5. That's incredible. That's sad that you missed that one. Very sad that you missed that one. Does anyone have a preference on lighter or darker pink so that I don't have to choose and you can choose for me? The perks. The perks of being live. And I have got all the papers which I'll show you as we sort of choose papers for things. But this one should be, touch wood, she says, quite easy to put together. Lighter. Oh, and then darker. Well, okay, Lisa was first to go lighter. Sorry, Lauren. We'll do darker if we do another one. So those are our papers. I've cut these to test out that they worked, and so we're just going to cut them again. They need to be slightly smaller than they are already. So this was A4, was the ones that I just showed you. This one is from Hobbycraft. If you're wondering, it is, let me see if I can find it. This one, 40 sheets premium card pack. This one is Think Pink. I've got the red one. I feel like the green one. I think I got them at Christmas. But I definitely recommend this. Very good cardstock. And quite cheap, if I remember rightly. Hobbycraft might be another one that's got a sale on at the moment, actually. So, first one is 11.5. Cut off the tiniest bit. By, oh no, this might not be, I have to start again, ignore me. Ignore me, we're starting again. I've made it too, like not wide enough. Too slim, the first little prototype that we tried. I need another piece of that card. I've just put back, typical. Or they're doing with all the pastel colours. I shall have to look out for that. I do love one with like a mix. Pink and red, I definitely think I use a lot of different shades of those, especially like Valentine's, Christmas, etc, etc. But the other colours, I don't really use enough to have a whole paper pad of them. I'd rather have, like Lisa suggested, like the one with all of the colours. So, start again. 7.5. Perfect. I mean, we could have made it smaller, but I want to follow her tutorial because it's less brain work for me. So 7.5 by 11.5. I've got it written down on a piece of paper, which I will show you shortly, so that you don't have to put up with me shouting out random measurements at you. And then, score that one after. 7.5 by 10.5 for the second one. Appreciate that you can use A4 paper for this. I think if I was going to use a double-sided paper, I would just do 6 rather than 7.5, so that I didn't have to use 2 sheets of the paper. This one's 10.5, isn't it? Okay, so this one should be fairly easy because the one that's 10.5, we're just folding in half. Yes, please, Zoe. The Rosie Studio discount code, you mean? So capital RS-Emma for Rosie Studio, if that's the one you mean. Where has my scoring tool disappeared to? Oh, it's literally in the board. What am I doing? I think I added links in the description, but don't trust me. I might be wrong. And then this one, scoring on the 11.5 inch side at 5.5 and 9.5. 5.5, 9.5. There we go. Right. I'll grab that bit of paper that I've got. So these are the measurements that I wrote down. Again, they're from Pink Strawberry's tutorial. So not my measurements, they're hers. Ignore this one. This is for a vellum pocket. It's a separate tutorial that I might make to go on the front. So these are your measurements. Shall we cut our cover papers while we've got the board out? We should, shouldn't we? Although oh, it says 4. Ignore me. I was like, how many do we need? 4. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Zoe. Yeah, that should get you 10% off. And I just ordered, I don't think I've put it, I've got a reel to put up at some point, of the sticker bundle. They're doing, I think it's like 40 sticker sheets and it's $15. I don't know what that works out in pounds. but I bought it and there are so many things. I've got it next to me. There's like a whole pouch worth of things in that one. So if you're looking for like a little bit of everything, that's a great one. Right, let's choose our papers. So let's do Born to Bloom, I think she says. Let's go through this one first. We'll pick a couple. I think we need 4 and then we need 2 pockets. So, and I want one to be particularly busy. I want to just put like a clear piece of acetate with some embellishments on top. So I want that one to be quite busy. I don't want to have to embellish that very much. And then probably one that is a bit emptier that we could put some embellishments on, something like that. I'm saying that as I've seen this one because I really like it. And I feel like that would be really pretty behind the pack of embellishments. So let's stick that one to the side. Gone pink, haven't we? So we probably should stick with the pinky tones. One's a bit plain. Ooh. I love this one with all of the words and the gold foil as well. Oh, that's a pretty pink. I might go with that one. And that guy has jumped out, which I actually quite like. Maybe, maybe not. There's like an orangey colour. I don't tend to use orangey. That might be nice. Do the pinks and oranges. Sorry, I'm hoping you can somewhat see what I'm doing. That's really cool with the little sunglasses. I've not looked through these and I should have. Not looked through them before. That's quite a sweet one. Or do we go blue rather than pink? Because our background is pink. Has anyone done any other lives or classes or anything for International Scrapbooking Day? That's not my favourite, I can't lie. I don't like that one. Why are there bugs on it? Why are they funny colours? I found the first Rosie Studio paper I don't like. I'm going to keep this one out as well, actually. Right. Let's attempt, though... Oh, no, I'm going to leave that one out as well because I love it. I love it. And then we'll look through the Hello Honey ones. Apologies if this Velcro is really loud. Back to Hello Honey. I'm not actually sure when Born to Bloom came out. I'm pretty sure Hello Honey is an older collection than Born to Bloom, but I don't know where I've got that info from. I like that a lot. And that does match our little selection of papers. We could go lilac rather than orange. I do enjoy a lilac. These are upside down, aren't they? Of course they are. And some of them have bits cut out. That's because I've been using them. That's quite nice. Oh, we're going to end up with loads. We do this job. This is my favourite. This is my absolute favourite. And I could use one of the pockets on the front, but we could. Should we use that for a pocket on the front? That brings a lot of the colours in quite nicely. Darker blue. Right, we're going to have to stop looking through these because I'm going to choose too many. We can add more later. Pop those back behind me. Trying to keep it organised, which is not my usual MO. We know I'm a very messy crafter. So these ones need to be 5 by 7 1/4, unless they're going to be the pockets on the front, which we thought maybe. Did I not leave out that one that I really like, the bumblebees? Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Right, well, we know we want this one to be one of the ones inside. So let's start with that. And which side is going to need to be the smaller one. 5, isn't it? So 5. By 7 1/4. How is everyone? How has the weather been where you guys are? I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. I hope it's looking up a little bit at least. There's your first one. Let's do, that would probably be a 5 by 7 1/4 one as well, I reckon. Try and put the scraps back with their collections. Those are the 2 we've got so far. If I leave them there, maybe you can still see them. We need 2 more. Let's do some pink because it wouldn't be me without some pink. Apologies for the car noise. Got the windows open. It's been sunny, which is quite nice. There we go. That one. You want, I think, a bit more colour maybe? Haha, yes. That one. Maybe I should put the same on the inside as I've got on the pockets. So, oh, what am I doing? 7 1/4. On the front, she made like 2 little pockets that look really sweet. And I'm thinking, should I do these papers for the pockets, or should I do some of the ones we've already used? I don't really like that for a pocket. These are the ones we haven't used yet, so. No. Nope. Thinking of using that one. I mean, they're going to be quite covered, the pockets. So it's that, or we try and find a completely different one. I have got the 6 by 6. See, I was hoping to use the 6 by 6s, but it turns out I haven't got the 6 by 6s for a lot of these. So let's see. Is it already open? I'm going mad. Oh, it's on the side. I thought it was already open. Right, there we go. That's one. This might match, it might not. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it's got pink and blue to me. But you never know. That daisy one's quite pretty. First one we've seen. Seems quite nice. Oh, that would be a sweet one to go on the front, maybe. Polka dots. It's finding 2 that match each other and that can be like right next to each other, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense at all. They're sweet, the little phones. I like that a lot, actually. That would make a cute one for a pocket on the front. And then we liked that, but there was also like a darker, this one. I'm going to go for that one, I think. If we don't like it, we can always change it. So these ones are going to be the pockets, which is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. So 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. There we go, that's one. I don't know what way up they're going to be. What way is going to be bigger? It's going to be that way up, so sorry, I'm trying to make my brain work. They're going on here, that's the way up the pocket's going to be, so I want it to be like that, don't I? Yes, I do. So 3 3/4 is the first one. 3 3/4. Does anyone else do that with directional papers? My brain just buffers for a bit. 3 1/2. We can always change these if we don't like them. But we've got some options. In fact, I already don't think I like that one. Okay, well, wonderful. And then I was going to make the little pockets go on the front. Do we make that first? No. Let's put together our book. The other thing is, on her tutorial, the book opens from that way, which is why we consider the incorrect way. I like my Happy Mail to open this way, like a book. So I might have to mess with this to make that happen. It's just a case of like turning it around, I believe. So that goes in there. This one would fold this way. Fabulous. And then this one we already folded in half goes, I'm working this and back to front, but it goes in there like so. It's slightly smaller so that it definitely fits. And then this closes and this closes over the top. She had exactly that, but the other way around. I think I want it this way. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that? Does anyone like their mail to open a certain way? I guess the idea is that this is like the big opening bit. So if I had it the other way around, flip it for you, that would open correctly. I'm guessing that's supposed to be slightly, unless it's meant to be over. No, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like that. Yeah, and then this will be like a little slot. This I think she just had as like a flat page, but you could definitely add pockets. This guy, it depends if you want to turn it into a pocket. I wasn't going to, but now I'm looking at it and this is slightly shorter. I'm thinking I could make that even shorter and like with some kind of pretty edge, and we could turn this into a pocket. It then won't fit my piece of paper, which is annoying, but I don't know. Again, sorry. Again, thinking in real time. Do we want that to be shorter so it will be a pocket? What do we think? I like it the way that I'm looking at it right now, the way that it closes this way. So these would close. That's terrible. And then these guys go on the front to make pockets. Again, I'm not 100% sure I like these papers. We might have to change these ones. There's quite a big gap between those. I'm not sure that I like that. That's annoying. We are going to put something like right in the centre, but I like it to be equidistant all the way around. I guess it is equidistant all the way around, as in this piece is double the edges and it should go around each one. So I guess that makes sense, but I like them to have like the same amount in the middle, if that makes any sense at all. I guess you could put them closer and put like an edge on it. Anyway, this way. This is Zoe's choice. This way around. And then she has like tags that pop out of these. I think it might be this peachy colour that I don't like. Also, I've completely neglected to put any kind of pattern paper on here. Maybe we could have this one, because it's going to be one that's just got something decorative on it. There, that might help. And it is definitely these front papers that I don't like. Yes, absolutely, blaming you. I mean, we could turn this into just one pocket on the front. It doesn't have to be two. We could just have the one. I could just use the one, whatever, piece of paper. I might do that. Or even just have one pocket on it rather than two, because I think I like that one I'm not sure. Right, anyway. Let's decide how we're sticking this bit together. So are we going to make that into a pocket? That one's going to be plain, that one's going to be plain. Yeah. Okay, let's make that one a pocket. So, red line tape, I reckon. I should turn my hot glue gun on, actually. I don't often make flat mail, and I really should, because I'm in like a happy mailers group. I really should send more in there, I really should. I want to make that slightly shorter, not massively shorter, but slightly. And do we want to give it a decorative edge was the other thing, wasn't it? I'll just cut it randomly. That will do. Very much about having fun rather than perfect measurements. Let's see what border punches we've got. Oh, this guy. This is probably my favourite. It's probably my most used one as well. That might work. I've got hearts. Hearts is an option. Oh, we've got, sorry, moving around the drawer. We've got two lots of hearts. So this one has like the hearts poking off the edge. This one's like a scallop with hearts. Do we have a preference? What do we think? And this pocket, I think I'm going to put the blue over here and have that one's going on the other side. The blue's quite dark though, isn't it? Like very dark. We're definitely having, we could have that there, but then I want it poking through on the front. I like it on the front. So we know that's going there. We could stick that down, couldn't we, rather than keep messing about. Let's stick that one down. White glue, I reckon. I'll put some tape in the middle. Hold it, make sure. I need to get, I'm sure I said this on my last live, but I need to get one of those, like the holders for the glue that makes pressing it out easier, makes using it out easier. Also need to find my bigger bottle of glue. I don't know where that's gone. It was on my desk. Now I can't find it. Also, I haven't stitched this because I don't think it's fun for you to sit and wait for me to stitch the edge of every page. And I was going to do it ahead of time and I didn't. So apologies if you think it would look better with stitching. Usually I would, but we've gone the lazy route. Right, that's going to be our outside. Inside, did we choose? I don't have any suggestions, so I'm going to choose. Let's go with this one. Go with this guy. I need some kind of rubbish bin. We'll use this. I really do love these Martha Stewart punches. I use these a lot. Like way more than I thought I would when I bought them. They're all secondhand, these ones, from like Facebook groups and stuff. I don't know if you can buy them new in the UK. Maybe you can. I've got no idea. There we go. That's the other thing I should have thought of actually. If I'm going to add this on here as a pocket, should we put something behind it, like a liner of some sort? I mean, that makes quite a pretty liner, especially if we're going to do, I'm thinking this one on here, potentially. That one hasn't got a liner though, darn it. I do think that dark blue is going to be too dark. I think we're going to have to cut another Where is that? The one that I said was my favourite with all the bumblebees on it. Aha. That one I think would be great over here. That's what I'm going to do for that. I need to fold this thing out again. I really wish, so I've got the one of these that doesn't need to be folded out. I don't know what it's called, 3-in-1 board I want to say. But the score marks don't go all the way across to 12. The floral paper, Zoe, there are so many floral papers. Narrow it down for me. What colours are we looking at? So 5. Because I need another one, so 7 1/4. Also, if I was making it again, I think I would change the dimensions of these slightly. They're not sort of equidistant from the edge enough for me. It's bothering me. In fact, now I've got that, if I used slightly less, I think the blue might be okay, like under here or something. Pink on there is fine. Blue sort of peeking out. I could always use, unless we used this, I'd have to cut it separately, but across like both. Use a tiny bit of blue on the edge there. That might work quite well. The front one, I know what one you mean. Bear with. This guy. Squish it. This one. Is that the one you mean? I do like that one a lot. I make you correct. Sorry, my chair's squeaking at me. Let me cut this in half. Let's cut that one in half. Because I reckon it makes a really nice, like, bit there, but it would also make a very nice one there, and that sort of joins those together nicely, do we think? That one needs to be cut shorter. I could put something behind these hearts, but I might not. Let me know what you think about that one. Stick this down and then I can pop my pocket on there. You definitely could with this, she says in her tutorial, but you definitely could add tons of pockets and flips and all sorts to this for like loads of places to put goodies. Lots and lots of options, but my favourite part is making the actual album. I like making the things to fill it, but it's not my favourite. So I don't want like loads and loads of spots to fill. I always feel like I should put something in every slot. And I know you don't have to, but I feel like I should. And then it takes me forever to fill it. So I like ones that have sort of like a few spots to fill, and then that's it. Right, there we go. Not sure how wide that one needs to be to go on there. Should I measure it? Should I just eyeball it? We all know I'm going to eyeball it. Where is it? 4 1/8, she says. Let's guess. Okay. Slightly too small, but we'll live with it. And then, should I put something behind there, like some glitter or something? What do we reckon? I've got some pretty pink glitters that I've kept out, like little scraps that I've got. This guy is quite pretty to add behind the hearts. I'm sure I've got gold if I looked for it. Let me have a look. That is like the brightest gold I've ever seen. Apparently I've got this one, which seems to be the brightest gold I've ever seen. And I also have this one, which I prefer, which is, this one's DRK Crafts, Dovecraft. It's like a bit more of a rose gold, I would say, than this one. Does anyone have a favourite gold, or is that just me? Is that just a me thing? Although I do think that goes actually nicer with the collection, so let me know if you think I should add that on there. Stick this guy on. I don't know if any of you guys are in the Paige Evans, the Happy Scrappy Place on Facebook, but they had some really great things for International Scrapbooking Day. I think a lot of them are still up, so if you're not already over there, maybe go and join that community. That's a good one to be a part of. Lots of free cut files and inspiration, all that sort of thing over there. I like a deal. A freebie or a deal. Here we go. And then, sorry, my phone's buzzing at me, I do apologise. Should have put it on Do Not Disturb and I haven't. Do we want... I think I'm going to use maybe the floral one that Zoe likes, and then I can put it as one of the pockets on the front as well, which would be nice. And then use one of the others as well. I'm not sure what one yet. Stick down the ones we know. I'm about to run out of double-sided tape though, I can tell. And it would happen on a live. Sometimes it happens when I'm filming, never when I'm just crafting for fun. Then it all seems to work okay, and then as soon as I'm trying to do something, everything goes wrong, runs out, all the rest of it. I actually treated myself to a new glue gun. So I've got the Sizzix one. This one. And it drips glue like nobody's business all over the place. I've got like a little stand that is on, so it actually drips onto there, but I waste at least a stick's worth of glue every time I turn it on to do a project. So I bought myself a new one from the range. And I've just realised, as I was about to unbox it and use it for this, that it uses the bigger glue sticks. So I'm going to keep using the drippy one until I've like finished the little, are they 7mm glue sticks? Because otherwise they'll stay on my stash forever and never get used, and I refuse to let that happen. We're going to use this what I would consider like gaudy gold. I don't know why, that's just what comes to mind. As long as I can get it to stick, just cut like a tiny bit off. There's now going to be glitter on all of my everything I cut from now on, isn't there? So what's the best way? I want it to fill the heart, so I don't want it to come off the edge. I think the best way is going to be to add the glue. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm throwing everything over there. Onto this. I can hear things moving behind me. My paper pad is falling off. Hoping this doesn't just go all over my desk. Fingers crossed, who knows. It does dry completely clear, so I'm not too worried about it coming through those little holes there. I just want it to stick down enough that it's not going to fall off the minute I move it. So there we go. Oh, I've added it all the way to the edge, haven't I? I'm not gluing it all the way to the edge. That was stupid. I should have put it further in. Oh well. We've done it now. It's done now. There we go. It seems to have stuck. Maybe I'll put some washi tape or some sellotape or something across the back there to make sure when you're like pulling whatever it is in and out that it doesn't catch on it. Excuse my chair. Creaking away. Yes, Zoe, is anyone crafting along? Is anyone making this? Is anyone making something else? What are we crafting? If we're not paper crafting, who likes the like the colouring books? Anyone enjoy those? I know I like to do those, and so does Zoe. Or I've taken up recently, well, I tried to take up crochet. Turns out I don't enjoy crafts that take months to finish. I made one blanket, my niece loves it, my nephew wants one, he might get it by Christmas, who knows. I don't really want to make another one. I'm going to, because it's fair that they have one each, but if there wasn't two of them, I'd never ever make another crochet blanket. I bought the oh, what is the company? like 𝓤𝓸𝓬𝓬 crafts or something, the Christmas one that you craft along with, and it was I want to say Lottie and Albert, that might be completely wrong, but it was a really talented lady who wrote the pattern, and it was gorgeous with like a gingerbread house and lights and all sorts. And I've made, I'm looking around me, it's literally next to me, I've made the house, please bear with, I've made like the house bit, and that's where it stayed forevermore. So, oh, what have we got for dinner, Lisa? Something good, I hope. Has anyone got out the barbecue yet? If you're in the UK, we've had some really nice barbecue weather. Right, now I can put the sticky on the back of this, turn it into a pocket. We'll get to the fun embellishing bit soon, I promise. That is my favourite bit. Do this bit out of necessity. I need something pretty to embellish. I also need some more flat mail tutorials. So obviously Pink Strawberry is someone I follow a lot, but if anyone knows of any other, I know Bambi's mail, Bambi mail. Why can't I remember her username? She does a lot of incredible tutorials, but they're usually 3D. Where are the papers from? I'm watching on mute. Rosie Studio, let me type that out. I'm gonna have to lean across you, I do apologise. Oh, there you go, Tanya's let her know. Thank you very much, Tanya. Yes, Rosie Studio. I do have, I should have anyway, links to each of the collections and Rosie Studio and the discount code in the description, if someone doesn't mind passing that info across to the chat, please. Yeah, pretty collections, these ones. I still have the Simply Charming, like a bunch of that, and I really want to craft with that. That might be the next thing I do. Thanks so much, Tanya. Oh, chili and chocolate for dessert. Nice. Wonderful choices. Oh, right, let me line this up. Completely wrong. Come on, Emma, let's at least pretend we know what we're doing. There we go. Aha! And we have a pocket. Fabulous. Crafting soon. Hi, Tina. Like a travel kit. Oh, that's awesome. I love the idea of that, like a little kit to move around the house with you. Do we need something on this one? I probably do, don't I? We wanted that one over there. I love that paper. And then this will fold. Oh, wrong way. This will fold. And then thinking of using this guy that Zoe suggested. And to be honest, that guy does match this one. We could put a pocket on the front. That's an option. Like even just like a short pocket and have the, I just like the colours inside so much better. Typical, absolutely typical. This is going to run out in a second. Oh, if you haven't heard of Rosie Studio, you are in for a treat. You are going to love it. I really do think they've got like something for everyone. Has anyone seen the new collection they've got? The Golden Afternoon. I've got it. It's around me somewhere. I bought the ephemera and I bought the ephemera, the butterflies. That might be it. And the chipboard, something like that. The papers weren't really my thing, to be honest. It's very sort of antique-y. Is that a word? That's what it makes me think of. It's not sort of the pretty brights and pastels like this one. I didn't get too much of that. However, I do think it makes me think of Taylor Swift. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the guitars and the browns, but it does. Where Want to create simple green cards for my aunt who's just diagnosed. I'm sorry to hear that, Tina. I have a family member with Parkinson's, and it's hard. I'm not saying cards out to make it easier for her, but I'm not sure where to begin. Cards. So much fun to make cards. I mean, it depends. Do you want like a simple sort of open close card? I mean, you could make things like this to write and send out, and that would be fun. I think I've got a few card tutorials on here over the years. Or like a simple card, you know, sort of like folds like this, and then use a punch to just put like a circle and have like something inside that. That's really cute. I have to have a look and see, because I'm sure I've got there are some gorgeous cards out there. There really are. Good news. You got a puppy, Lisa. What breed did you get? 6 months. Oh. See, I've always had dachshunds. That's what I've got now. That's what I've always had. And my sister has actually started training guide dogs. And so she's got a lab. And when she said like, oh, he's 6 months, I was like expecting a little teeny tiny puppy. This dog is massive. He does not look like a puppy. He's gorgeous, but he does not look how I imagine a puppy to look. So it depends on the breed, doesn't it, very much. I am going to put that on that side. I'm not entirely sure what size it needs to be. Let's measure that. I think that is 2. So 1 3/4, she says. 1 3/4 by 7 1/4. One 3/4. Fingers crossed that looks alright. Oh, I've got to unfold it again. By 7 1/4. Oh gosh, sorry, bashing things off the desk. Check other videos. Thank you, Tina. I hope you find something helpful. I've definitely got a couple from sort of like Christmas time and that, but obviously you could change those to make them whatever month you like. I don't know if you've got a die cutting machine, but I would maybe invest in a few that just say sort of thinking of you or note or something like that. Something generic that you could pop on the front of them. In fact, one of these, if you bought like one of these collection kits from Rosie Studio, and it's got all of the stuff in it. I don't know if you've been on their website before, but it will have like the papers and the ephemera and stickers and everything. And then you could literally just see how many cards you could make from one of those. Make the card bases or buy the card bases in like a plain, a bit like the pink that I'm using here as the background, and then just go mad making embellishment clusters on the front and that. It depends how much work you want to put into each card, really. Oh. Oh, teeny tiny. Well, not anymore, but was teeny tiny. I love a puppy. They're gorgeous. I love animals, to be honest. But I'm definitely, I've got to say, I'm definitely more a dog person than a cat person. I don't know why, I just am. Do we think I need to add it along here? Probably not. Just the sides will do, won't it? I really wanted to make some tickets, some little ticket embellishments. So maybe I will make some of those to go in here, depending on how long this takes, because apparently it's taking me forever to put this together. I'm slow crafting today. I can't believe you've both got the same age. Both got puppies the same age. And things usually happen in 3s. So I'm waiting for the 3rd person in the chat that's got a puppy. There must be one more of you. Is he already bigger? Do you think that's because he's a boy? Or just craft order? Everything is sewing during crochet. Oh, crochet, I take my hat off to you. I'm making beading. Oh, beading is fun. Do you do like the bead weaving? The little teeny tiny beads? That's really fun. Oh, absolutely. Make that stash work for you. For sure. I would I would definitely make, I mean, double-sided cards looks fine, but I would use like the plain, where's it gone? Just like ones like this, turn them into cards. I'd work out I'd just half this, whatever that size is, and then fold them that way. So you've got like little note card type sizes. And then just put together like a small kit and see how much you can make. I definitely think little shakers on the front are fun. In fact, I'm going to show you momentarily on the front of this a little like vellum pocket from Pink Strawberries that actually would make a really fun, I'm going to use it to decorate the front of this, but it would make a really fun front of a card. So bear with and I will show you that. Where am I? Right here. So we need to decide whether we're doing the 2 pockets or whether we're just, so we've got a pocket here, pocket here. This is where I was planning to have just like the acetate with whatever embellishments you've made. You probably put maybe the letter in there, the letter in here, embellishments in there, one of them. Oh, she was on the small side anyway. Oh, jewellery making keychains. Oh, so pretty. I love all of that. And it's so nice, isn't it, when you can think of something and make it rather than not find it in the shops. Do you know what I mean? When you're sort of like, oh, I can think of the perfect earrings to go with that dress. And it's lovely that you can make them and have them fit perfectly. Let's do, I think, that pink that we had. Sorry, it's behind me. Sorry if I'm got all quiet and muffled. Where is the small piece of that pink? It definitely exists. I've just used it. Haha. There you are. Right. Let me just modify the size of these pockets. I think that would make me happier. And then I think I'm going to do what way round would you have it? The floral and then the pink, or the pink and then the floral? Somebody tell me. So the measurement for the pockets was 3 3/4 by 3.5. I want to make that slightly bigger, don't I? And what way did I want to make it bigger? It was that way. Oh, but if I do 3 3/4 and 3 3/4, it's going to touch in the middle, darn it. I will see you shortly, Tina. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Sorry, I'm catching up in the chat. It's like in the corner for me. Oh, yeah. Zoe's little one needs a run. Loves a run. 3 3/4. 3 3/4. But I don't want to do quite 3 3/4, so let's do 3 5/8. See what that looks like. Is that small? Why is that smaller than this? Am I going mad? 3 3/4. Have I not done 3 3/4? I have. I've got it the wrong way up. Come on, Emma. Please. The pink card is from Hobbycraft. That one, it is, I did find the name of it. It's this one. So Hobbycraft Think Pink. Should still be on their website in all of the colours. Fingers crossed. So 3 3/4. Oh, let's do it this way. 3 3/4. Fingers crossed this is the right measurements, because I'm messing with her measurements, which were perfectly fine. That gap in the middle was bothering me. There we go. There we go. Haha! Perfect. I will change those measurements on the piece of paper. Decided. Changing it. Right, stick these down. And then I will, shall we do these as pockets? What do we think? If we are going to do them as pockets, then I want them to have little notches, don't I? Where is my circle punch? Do we think that one's going to be way too big? Watch me totally mess these up. Say that as if it's my goal. There we go. Okay, not bad. Not bad for me. Although I'm looking at it thinking it needs like the then again it will have a tag in it. What I'm trying to say is I feel like it needs an inner, but it will have a tag, so it doesn't need an inner. We're fine. I'm going to use red line tape for this as well. So it's going to roll for 6 weeks. Oh no! Was he sad when he was on his own? They do that, don't they, when they're babies? Especially if they come from like a big litter, I find. Which I guess, you know, if you were with a big group and then all of a sudden you're on your own. Absolutely, they're like babies. Runs around the garden. It's okay when it's sunny. It's when it's I made the mistake of getting a puppy in the winter. Silly me. Should have thought that through. I will grab it. Actually, I should mention, I don't think Tina's here at the moment. But the little pocket for the front, I'm going to use vellum. So if anybody wants to follow along for that one, you're going to need some vellum. In fact, I'm going to have to disappear off and find some vellum, so it should be down to my left. I'll take bets on whether it's actually there. Pulling all of this paper up. Got tweezers, why don't I use them? What's going on? Where's my tape? Not like me today. There you go. I wish we could send photos in the YouTube chat because puppy photos are the best. Well, any baby animal really. Speaking of babies, probably niche, but does anybody watch Formula One? Any Formula One fans? I mentioned the babies because Max Verstappen and is it Kelly Piquet just had one. Wondered if anybody was across that news. I might be the only one. Because the race, the next race is tonight at 9, so I've got my other half waiting for me to watch it. Put it on record. I'm not cutting my crafting time short. I refuse. Yes, it would be. It would actually be great, even just for if you're crafting along to like share pictures and things. I wonder if there is a way to do that via YouTube, so you didn't have to make like separate accounts. Maybe if I on the community tab, if I put up like a sort of craft along with me tab or something, people could post pictures there. We could have a whole section for cute puppy photos. Why not? Oh no, I've got to make this line up with the other one. That's going to annoy me. Lines up there. It doesn't line up there. Darn it. Right, that's the best it's getting. Yes, you're right. Good choice, Zoe. Right. That's our front. Let me find this. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to chuck the rubbish in the bin. Let's see actually if there are tags in the ephemera that I can use. So I need a tag which is like 2 for the front, and then I also need like a 3x4 card for the vellum thing that I want to show you. So let's see. I've got the Hello Honey one out already. There's the Born to Bloom. I've got like a little tub here somewhere to put it in. In fact, I mean, this has definitely got, well, that's cute. Plant your dreams so that your heart will grow. That's sweet. But you won't be able to see it very well, so I might do this green one. I don't think this one has got, no, hasn't got what I need in it. Let's have a quick flick through this. I can see that tag straight away. I appreciate there's 2 of everything in these collections as well, because the amount of times I've not used something because there's only one I'm like, oh, well, what if I get the perfect thing? Which is rubbish, by the way. You should use it. I tell myself this as well. You should use it. What am I saving it for? Right, those are the only 2 tags in that one. If not, we can always cut tags, can't we? But that's actually quite pretty. Or we could, because they're not quite wide enough. Sorry, we could double them up. Although with the tape in there, maybe they are wide enough, and I'm just being picky. Like that looks quite sweet, I think, with the 2. But then I think if I add one in there as well, it's gonna look a bit crowded, tag heavy, shall we say. Let's pop these in here. Do all of them, why not? They really are similar in colours, these. Like, not exactly the same, it's got like a different vibe. Slightly different feel. I like that, but we're covering it up, so I think that's a good idea. I love that one. That's what I think we're going to put on the front. Don't often use green, but I like that. Because like I said, that one will get covered up, and I think that will look a bit meh. Oh, that's cute. I really like that little botanical gardens. I don't know why. I just like it. Okay, we'll consider that. Oh, is the puppy absolutely gorgeous? They are fantastic, aren't they? For like just listening, I guess. Just like being there. I don't know how else to put that. Just being little angels. I like this down here. I don't like the pink and the pink. But I think if I swap them round, it's gonna... I really like those 2 in there, which... Annoying. Whoop. Oh. Right, that's as far as they're going. On the pink one. No. Nope. I like the other one at the bottom better. Maybe I need to like washi tape them together or something. Although they don't seem like they're going to move very much. I sort of squish them to the edges. It would just be this one. What do we think of the pink on pink? Does anyone have any opinion on that? Maybe we just put it a bit higher up. That might look better. Right. And then vellum. Let me grab that. That's glitter card. That won't help me. Vellum. I actually have some really pretty vellum, and I wonder if... Well, that's not it, is it? I've got some. Here it is. Some with like this pretty flower on it. Should we give that a go? Because we're using the florals. I've actually got it in blue as well, but I think I want to use it in the plain. Or I've just got completely plain vellum. Does anybody have a preference? Although it does need to be 11 inches. Let me check that that's possible with the floral one. Just. Ink the edge of the pink tag. That is a good idea, Lauren, actually. Very good idea. We could absolutely give that a go. So this is the one I was going to show Tina for the front of cards. I don't know if she's back yet, but you can rewatch this. It should all upload to YouTube. So, also Pink Strawberry tutorial. I will link that as well if you want the original tutorial for this one. So, 11 inches. There we go. Get rid of the tiniest bit of vellum. By 3 1/4. I'm hoping my little card is gonna... Oh, I might make it slightly wider. 3 1/8. I'm gonna make it slightly wider. There we go. And then this one was really simple, if I remember rightly. It was literally like working out where your centre is for the card. then again, if I fold that over, that's going to come over the... Yes, it did come over the front. It had a pocket. Pay attention, Emma. You could stick this down. You don't have to, because if you don't, and you use the staples like she does, you could absolutely take this out and reuse it, which I think is a good thing to do. I like to make my stuff as reusable as possible whenever I can. So that when the recipient gets it, if it's not their style, or even if it is, and they're, you know, you can't keep Happy Mail forever, it's nice that they can pull it apart and reuse it. And then fold that over. So, let me just run you through that again. It's literally just eyeballing it. But you're putting your 3x4 card. There's these, that's not a sentence. You can find these, rather, in... I mean, all of the Rosie Studio collections have them, I believe, the sentiment ones. If you've got any old Project Life cards. If not, this is just a 3x4 card. Use your pretty papers. Pop that in the back. Work it out so that when you fold this forward, it covers the whole card. You can see that there, hopefully. And then the bit that's left here, put that up. And it creates a pocket on the front. She used staples to hold this. I am tempted to stitch it. You could definitely use glue though if you wanted, like just on the edges of these. Depends what you think is going to come through the vellum. I might stitch that if you don't mind me disappearing this way momentarily. Let me see if my machine's plugged in before I start deciding things. There we go. Machine. Right, I'm not going to stitch all 4 sides, just up these 2 sides. And I'm over here for a second, so I'll be back momentarily. I think you can still hear me while I'm over here, but I'm not sure. Should have backstitched that at the start as well. Not a very good sewer. Do not follow the rules. Oh, bit close. Okay, didn't take as long as I thought. But so I've stitched the edges, and then now you've got a cute little pocket in the front here, which we're going to put something inside. In fact, I wonder if that might look cute in there. It does. The only thing is I made it slightly wider because it was bothering me. I thought it was going to go through the card and I didn't want that. I wanted the card to be reusable. So if you got this, you could cut up the side, just take the card out. But now it looks a bit big, I think, for the front of that, in my opinion. Oh, I could sew the edges of the tag, Lauren. That's a really good idea. To make it stand out a bit more. So I'm thinking, that was my plan to put that on the front, but I think that's too big. So I'm wondering about putting this inside somewhere, like maybe on here. I mean, you could absolutely have it sideways, but I think on there is quite sweet. Maybe. Thinking about popping that inside. Could it go sideways in the middle? You mean like on the front? Sorry, I just knocked all the tags over. Do you mean this way? I mean, it could. I think if I was going to do that, I would have turned the whole thing that way and had it like that way up. It is a sweet idea. Or even on there, so that when you do this, it sort of has another layer of something happening. That's not a bad idea, to have it on there. Sort of like so. But regardless, we're going to need something else for the front because I don't like it on the front. So, and we still need some kind of anchor. I like it to have some kind of anchor. And I'm thinking, because I've got this, and it's left, like, I've only got like the copyright and then the few flowers, if we could add that as like our little anchor piece somehow. Can't stitch it because I've got stuff on the other side. I think we're going to have to go for double-sided tape or glue. Let's just go glue. We're going to cover most of it anyway, I reckon, with whatever we add on there. There we go. And it's not loads of glue anyway, so we should be fine. And then it's just getting that to cut straight. Please. A bit more. Oop. Maybe I should have cut it not straight on purpose so it didn't look so wonky. Ah, there we go. That looks fine. And I can just throw this bit away. It's just got the copyright on it. I mean, we could. You liked this card, didn't I? And now that that's not got a... Oop, I mean, it might need trimming at the sides. Or maybe not. Maybe it does fit. I mean, that looks quite sweet if we just had one of those. Or even the green one. Poking out of the top there. And have like a tab on it or something. Something like that. You liked how it looked inside, Zoe. Could have something along those lines. Oop. The other thing I'm thinking is I really like the look of these frames. There was another one, I believe, towards the back. These guys. That's the same. Why have I got 4? Okay, apparently there's 4 of those. If we could do some kind of shaker window. We know I love any excuse to add sequins. Why not? This is the problem when I don't go in with a plan. I end up being indecisive forever. Could use the smaller one. I wish there was one like in between these sizes, because that seems slightly too big, but that's slightly too small. Wonderful. What about, I mean, these are all sentiments, so we could get out the ephemera, have a look through that, see if there's something. I mean, there's words in here actually, obviously, sentiments, but we could use one of these guys. What do you say? Heart. Oh, sweetheart. That makes sense. There's hello. There's happy. I think I like hello best. Or I like the little precious memories one from that. Oh, there's a gold one. What do you say? What do you say? Oh, R. I presume we've got like you are and something. It says it on the packaging. It tells you all the ones you've got. Oh, love. My love. Okay. Oh, my love. That makes no sense. Oh, there is a you. Sorry. So my love. So I guess you could do. Oh, and you. You are my love, I guess. Or so my love. So happy. So sweet. Yeah, you could do all of those sort of things. Which would be cute. Right, so those are options. The other options are in here. I don't know why I'm looking in the packet. I could just look at the little graphic on the back here. Might be easier. I love this little elephant. And actually, there's a hedgehog. I think it might be in there. The Hello Honey one that is gorgeous. I could use anything. Oh, we could try and use. Sorry, I'm all excited. The butterflies. We could use one of these guys because, I mean, wow. I love them. They're gorgeous. I'm not sure how. Now that I've taken that off, I miss it, so I think we do need that. Or something along those lines. Maybe it was the blue that I liked? Don't know. Something about what I just had, and then I've moved it and thought, so what was it we had that I'm missing now? Along those lines, maybe. Maybe. It is pretty, isn't it, the ephemera in this one? Really pretty. I was going to show you all the little... I've got the tray here, bear with. Pour them out onto here so you can have a look. These are all hearts and things. I'm going to leave those in there before they fly all over the desk. That is sweet. This is the elephant I was talking about with the little spray. I think maybe I've put the vellum in the wrong place because you can't see it once I add anything on. I think it's this blue that I miss when I move it, or even this blue. I'll show you this one. So there's little bags of flowers, little vases of flowers, very floral, very floral. A little flower market, that is super sweet. In fact, that might work on the front. A little shop front, a pram. This little rainbow's lovely. Oh, we have got... Oh, look at that little snail. Sorry, I'm grabbing things out. This little snail. Makes me laugh. My collections are packed away now. I should de-stash, but I think that a lot. I often think I should de-stash and I do not. I should. I might put him on there because I really like him just poking out. Little stories. This is what I was looking at because I think it matches this guy. We could do the elephant. We could do one of these butterflies. Whoop. Have you got it all packed away by collection, Lisa, or would it be like a huge undertaking to go through and sort it all? There's some dark glitter on my butterfly. Get off. I think the butterfly might win. That is so pretty. So pretty. This green one seems to be slightly misaligned. Let me fix that. That's going to bother me. There we go. Right, I like that up there. I think it needs foam tape, however, and I really like this little snail peeking out here. I don't know why, it just makes me laugh. So let's do those. I need to get some more foam tape, like the biggest rectangles. Started colouring for this reason. Still creating, but let's get and put away, definitely. I think we should maybe the square needs to be the other way around, so the pink's at the bottom. You mean like this flip the other way up? Or do you mean my postage stamp that I'm just about to stick down in the wrong place? I see what you mean. I was hoping with the foam tape it would sort of make a bit of a shadow. Are you with me? Fingers crossed. The other thing we could do that I probably should have done, we could do the vellum in here. I know it's here, but it would cover it up. The yellow and pink. Oh, this one. The issue is it's just simply the best. It does look better that way up, though. You're right. I don't know how to cover the bit at the top. Yes. You're right, it looks better the other way up. Unless we do, I guess simply the best could go up the side. But it doesn't look quite right. it fits nice like that as well. Anyway, what I was thinking was the same vellum as before. I've got a smaller bit. No, that's it. And making a shaker out of this with it. I don't know whether you'd see any more of the vellum, but the lighter pink was definitely the right choice. All in boxes by collection. That's good. At least you've got like half of the task done if it's all by collection. Mine would be just a giant mess. And we could stitch around the edge of this, I guess, if I'm adding like the vellum. And then that way that would go through the Simply the Best. Maybe. Then do we want sequins? Because if we want sequins, I need to make a sequin mix. I think we do, don't we? Right, let me stitch this onto here. And turn this fan off, actually. Sorry. Right, let me stitch that on. I'm just going to go straight through the words. Speaking of sequin collections, I'm not sure this one has like a matching confetti. I bought the one from Simply Charming and I wonder if that matches, but usually they've got like it's called a sprinkle mix, I think. Let me see. There's the Simply Charming one. So some of the collections have sprinkles that match. I don't know if either of these two do. I've not seen that they have. So I guess not. Okay. So like this, we are going to add that up there, I think. I could add it. Just cover some of that. No, I think I want it up the top there. I think I need to add this little snail as well. Stick him down. Right. We're going to have to start sticking things, otherwise we're just going to be here being indecisive forever. Oh, I've not put the lid on my glue. I need to make one of those little cute pokey tools. There we go. It's just hanging out down there. Cute. This needs sequins. I don't want it to be too chunky though, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna double up the vellum and stitch around it again, or even just use double-sided tape. Do you think tape will hold that? I reckon it might. I use the red line one, or I've got the crafted one, which might be the right size actually. Too wide. That's the right size, she says. Completely incorrect. I need the thinner one. There's the thinner one. And we are going to have to make a tiny sequin mix, because I just can't do it without the sequin mix. Layers need sequins, what can I say? So, how long have we been? Oh, quite a while. Quite a while. How long does it take you guys to make something like this? Like a Happy Mail something or other. Flat mail type thing. I think these are the right colour. I don't want to make too much. I don't want to make not enough. I think they might look pretty. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Have I got any flower shapes? Aha, I do. They might look sweet. And then some blue and some yellow. Do you think whereabouts are unlikely? Yeah, I do that. I'm like, but what if I want that and I have the exact right thing and I've got rid of it? I do that all the time. I've got like a yellowy mix. We could do some of this. Not too much. And then we want to match the blue. I'm going to throw things all over the desk, I just know it. Blue, blue, blue. This one. That looks about right. The only thing is I think I need some like peachy orange in it, do we think? Do I have orange? I do. This colour. There we go. That seems quite well balanced, she says. Yeah. I don't know that we need all of it, but yeah, true. That is true. Like if you wanted to craft again, would you not? You'd want to buy the new things. That does make sense. I definitely think it's hard to use up what you have when there's a lot of new things coming out all the time. That is why I do think, like I said earlier, making like a kit or something is a really good way to use things up, because you can sort of make as many, especially cards, things like that, you can make as many as you possibly can with those few supplies. This is going to be flat, so I don't want too many in it, but I want to make sure I've got enough of each of them. I don't know where I'm putting the rest of the sequins. I have to make something else to go in there as well. Okay, stick that down. Ages since I've made a flat shaker like that. I use that foam tape from Amazon now, just exclusively all the time. It's so easy, but I don't want this to be chunky. I want to keep it as flat as I can, because I know that the inside will end up chunky once I add embellishments and things. I can't make embellishments without using foam tape. Oh, the Maggie Home stuff is gonna... I don't know how you'd part with that. But then also, it goes for quite a lot now. Like the, like it's sort of like a collector's item type thing. Or at least I find anyway. Whenever I find it online, it's usually quite marked up. So, you know, that's an incentive. Sorry. Right, we like that the other way around. We need to find something to cover the top. Nope. That's gone. We don't like that anymore. We've got quite a lot of flowers, obviously. That's quite cute. Let's see if we've got like a word strip to go across the top. Thin, simple things. Everything is pink. The best time? Nope. There's even slightly longer. This says congratulations, but I'm not congratulating anyone. Just for, that would work if it was longer. That's quite sweet, like a little measuring tape. This has got quite a lot of celebration stuff in it, like moments like this should be celebrated, etc. It's got quite a lot of those in it. And happy birthday. I wasn't sending this as a birthday mail, but I guess I could. Oh, chipboard. Chipboard. Because the chipboard has a bunch of the long words. Okay, well now we've just turned to hoarding it forever. Oh, sorry, I've knocked the desk. Turned to hoarding it forever. Okay, well that's not quite the motivation we were trying to give Zoe. But I understand it. I would also hoard it forever. Always blooming. That's quite cute in the orange. Yeah. Or there's thanks a bunch. No, thanks a bunch. I always think sounds really sarcastic. I don't know why. Just something about thanks a bunch always makes you say it in that tone. Maybe it's a me thing. Tanya, I'm on a no spend. Need to get my embroidery machine fixed. Oh, yes. This is absolutely upside down. We've turned it around because we didn't like the pink on the pink. So I've deliberately flipped it upside down, which is why we were looking for something to cover the top here. I'm trying to need some of that blue, doesn't it? But I'm not sure how. Embroidery machines are so cool though. I've been so tempted to get one for the longest time. They look like so much fun. That was Zoe's suggestion. The pink shouldn't be on the pink. Have you got to save for long to get it fixed? Is it like a really costly fix, an embroidery machine? They're so fun though. I'd absolutely get one. I like the blue up there, but I think it looks strange. And I don't know how to fix it. I've definitely got the... it's not... No, it's floral. I've definitely got the Hello Honey sentiments. I'm not sure where they are because they would have tags and things in, but this is only the ephemera, like the pretty bits. I don't know what else you'd call that. Not the sentiment stuff. That's quite sweet. You haven't considered that one. That's quite nice actually. I do like that little Friends Are Like Flowers one as well. I wonder how would bring blue up here, wouldn't it, if I stacked those? Then do I want 4 tags? What do we think? Is 4 too many? Is it overkill? Wow, that's insane, Tanya. Sprinkle mix, yes. Love a sprinkle mix. That's what we've come up with for this one. I definitely need to put it in something else so that whoever gets this has some of the sprinkle mix as well. That heart's similar to the paper. I do like this little stop and smell the flowers. That's cute. Got some tags. I'm so used to embellishing clusters sort of here on the corner. That's what I'm trying to do, and it's not doing my thing. Oh, that's cute. Never Stop Being You. I don't know where it goes, but I like it. Be happy. It's just a cute little bumblebee. Cute little bee doing its thing. Oh, I like that there. I think I've just accidentally solved my problem. Just very accidentally solved my problem. I think that needs to be more square. Is that what I like better? I think maybe I do like that better. And maybe I could cut this in half then and have it poking out of each side. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So it's on here, like on top of there. And then that's a bit more square on. There we go. Finally. Oop. My brain's working for me. I think, I mean, I don't know much about sewing machines, but they're kind of like cars, aren't they? In that you're supposed to get them serviced and looked at every so often, etc. Touch wood. Let me find wood on my desk. I haven't done anything with my sewing machine, which is really bad of me, and it's okay, but I really should. I know it's sort of a, although I don't know, yeah, sewing machines are similar to embroidery machines in that way, I think. I'm very tempted by an embroidery machine. I'm just going to put tape on the edges of this one so they can pull it up if they want to, and use the sequins. I reckon. Crazy expensive. What sort of things do you make with it, Tanya? Are you doing like embroidered clothes and things, or are you using it for paper crafting purposes? If you don't mind me asking. There we go. That's more like it. And we can put some gems. Yes. Okay, and then that little guy can live there. He needs foam tape for sure. I think it's only right that he gets the little hexagon shaped foam tape. Oh no. Yeah. I pulled out the wrong one. The honeycomb shape. He's a bumblebee, he has to. Oh. Probably using far too much dimension. Then again, I always count, I know flat mail is supposed to be flat, but I do it as a large letter box rather than a completely flat envelope. So it's okay with me. Oh, I shall have a look at your Instagram, Tanya. See what you've been making. So I like that there. I like that guy. I don't know if I want that probably under the Never Stop Being You. I don't know. Under or on top? Does anybody have a preference on that one? Because that just says never stop. Which I'm not sure is what I'm trying to... Maybe I could just put it down there and have the flower here. Maybe that's a better compromise. Sticking my flower down anyway. I do find crafters tend to do all different hobbies. Sort of other hobbies, they seem to sort of specify or specifically stick to the one thing. Crafters tend to be like paper crafters, and they'll do crochet, and they'll do pottery, and they'll do embroidery, and like maybe not all at the same time, but they sort of jump between them. I don't know if it's a crafty thing that we can't just stick to the one. Here we go. Maybe we don't need the Never Stop Being You. Maybe we could go for, we've got other stickers and things. Sweet little honey, that's cute. Though I don't think it would fit. Let me see. Well, maybe. I'm not sure about that. Where did my tweezers go there? What do we think? It's that corner not matching up that's bothering me. Like this corner here, I would have to put something there. Then again, I guess a gem would cover that. Need something there. A lot of these are the same. I could do buzzing about this day. It's a little fly bothering me. Buzzing about this day. What do we prefer? Buzzing about this day or the sweet little honey one? Does anybody have a preference for that one? And then I'm thinking, I really like this little scallop. thinking about adding that up there, or the bunting. I think I like the scallop. The white one. Fabulous, that's what we'll do then. Got to go to there. There we go. Let's go with the buzzing about this day. Got some hot glue on that one. We should use the hot glue because it's been on for far too long. I've not used it. Good job we didn't stick this down on all the edges. Okay, buzzing about this day. Like that up there. Do we like, I don't know if I do like that up there. I think maybe the bunting would be better actually. I literally just chose the other one, but oh well, we're changing our mind again. Like that? I don't know if that makes no sense. No, I don't like it. Add it on, taking it off. Definitely need some gems. And maybe some, put out some like trim or something along here. Something along those lines. We could put the hello under there. Do we like the hello? Oh, you like the bunting, Lisa? Maybe it is just because I feel like it needs something else at the top. But I don't know what it is. I think that hello might be it. Let's do that. And then we need to find some twine or something for these little tags. And then maybe we can make something to go inside. Or decorate the inside. Which would you rather? Would you rather make something to go inside or decorate the inside? Let me know what you think. It needs gems. Definitely needs gems. I don't know if I'd put twine or ribbon in these or something. I'm actually looking at it. It needs something. Does it? Am I just being picky? I can see the gap in this label and I've only just noticed it. Oh, what about, got really excited about that for some reason, one of these butterflies. That might look cute. Looking for the lid of my glue, which has disappeared on me. Aha, there we are. The blue one, the blue butterfly. I presume that's what we mean. See, the butterflies are something I don't want to use because I want to keep them forever. This blue or the like tealy blue. It's got something, what's it got on the glitter? It's that blue, which, tealy blue. The first one. So I just need the wing to cover the gap in the, there we go. The wing covers the gap, that makes me happy. What do we think? I like that, thanks for all your help. Team effort for that one. So would we rather decorate inside or use this one or this one? This one. Decorate inside, or would you rather make something to go inside it? So that's what we've got so far. I wonder what this looks like. Oh no, oh, that's going to bend. Did not think that through. That does still look cute in the middle, I think. It looks very tag heavy at that point. But it does look sweet, I think. Oh, spring garden. It definitely does look like a spring garden, you're right. In fact, I do really like that there. I might do it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's gonna, thing is, if I cut that off, that's gonna look weird, isn't it? I guess whoever opens it will just have to open it like so. Yeah, I've got at least another like 20 minutes, then we've done 2 hours. It's just whether you want to decorate inside or make an embellishment. I was thinking, if you're thinking embellishments, of making tickets. Hi Tina, how are you? Yes, this will be up for replay. This little pocket, while I'm got it in my hand, this is what I was thinking you could make for the front of cards. This is really, really simple to put together. I'm sure you've got vellum. Vellum, 3x4 card, and then just something to go in the pocket for sure. But it will be on replay for you. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I just don't know whether to decorate the inside, or that's what I was saying, sorry. Or if you're thinking embellishments, I was thinking about making some tickets. I have got some ticket dies, but I looked at some the other day and I thought, I reckon you could make them with just like a circle punch. So maybe we can make a couple of those for the next like half hour or so, and then they would go on here. That's what I was thinking of putting on here. Or we can decorate it. It's entirely up to you. Like, decorate the inside. See if I can find my circle punch before I agree to tickets. There's one. That would work. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I think, other than the fact that I've placed this flower and that's going to get completely ruined, I think it looks quite sweet on the outside. And I think we need some trim or, you know, thread or something on those guys. Definitely. So I've got some card just around me, because like scrap bits. Let's try and make one of the hi Nicole, how are you? Let me try and make one of the tickets. Well, I want to make 2 actually, because I want them to fit in here. What size are we going to make them? I don't want them to be ginormous, so let's do 2.5. Needs to be a rectangle, so by 3.5, so it'll be quite big. 2.5 by 3.5. That looks sort of ticket size to you. Oh, that's going to really annoy me that it can't. Yeah, and 2 of those would fit on there quite nicely. Perfect. Oh, perfect, she says, pulling the whole thing apart. Let's do that one. And then what other cardstock have we not got on the inside? Let's go for... Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just rooting through the papers next to me. We could do... Oh, I need to choose paper. Let's do this peachy colour. Let's do that if we've got a bit big enough. It would be because during all of the lockdown madness, I was doing lives a lot more often, and some of these guys would have been there each week. I think that's what they're talking about. Right, so did I say 2.5 by 3.5? I think I did. And then, yeah, they match just fine. And then to turn them into tickets, yep, I did do them a lot. Not much else to do. I think I could probably cut through both at the same time. I might regret it. who knows. So my thought process was a notch out of each edge. So circle punch. This one is from Hobbycraft. And what size are you? I want to say an inch? I don't know. So my thought was one of these out of each side. Much easier to show you than to try and explain it. And then like a little bit off of each corner. Please excuse the racing going on the road. I'm not entirely sure why that's necessary. Wow. It's like being trackside. Oh no, don't panic. Nothing like that, promise. Right. And then you've got like a bit of a ticket shape, I think. She says. I don't know whether I would make these little indents slightly deeper or make the ticket like squooshed a bit. But I think that resembles a ticket, do we think? Especially if I go ahead and add some stitching. I'm thinking I was going to do stitching around the edge, but I'm thinking if I did 2 lines on each, I don't know why, that just, I feel like that would look nice. Or even just 1 line, maybe because they're usually sort of attached. Maybe that's what it's missing. Maybe it's missing the little like notches out of these bits. So this is 2 collections. This is Born to Bloom and Hello Honey, both Rosie Studio. One is slightly newer than the other. I'm not sure which way round though, so I couldn't tell you which one is actually newer. And I had, there it is, vellum. And we could do some kind of, I've got like a teeny tiny bit of the sequin mix left. We could definitely put sequins in one of them. Yeah, missing like the little perforations on the edge. Now I've got this one. How many would there be? 1 or 2? Let's try 1. Like that. I think that looks really strange. Yeah, like they would be attached together. Maybe it needs 2. Let's test that out on this. 1. Maybe my hole punch is just too big. 2. Yeah, no. I don't like that. I don't know what it is. But I'm not a fan of that. Maybe a smaller hole punch for this bit. I've got a smaller one. I must have a smaller circle than that. I do. Test it out. So I've got this one. Maybe if like that was a smaller notch, or even if these were slightly bigger. No, maybe not. Sorry, I've not made these before, so I'm just guessing. Yeah, I think I like, well, maybe not. Maybe I do like the bigger one. What do we think? Maybe that does make a bit of a difference. Having the slightly deeper things on there. Let's cut another one and see. Oh gosh. Keep bashing things by accident. Right, so let's try, because we can always make it bigger, we can't make it smaller. I think that is going to be too small for the ticket edge. Yeah, I think that's just too small. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that is the answer. But you could definitely play around with it and just see sort of how you want yours to go. But I think that gives you a general ticket shape. I'm not sure if I prefer the bigger cutouts. Let's see. Yeah, no, I think I prefer the smaller one. Now that I've cut a big hole out of it. Yeah. Okay. Right, well now I've got a bunch of tiny tickets. I probably should have done that some other way, shouldn't I? With some scrap paper. That guy looks fine to me. This guy looks fine, but he's too wide. Leave those before. Yeah, I think so. I think like it looks enough like a ticket that you'd get away with it. There's like a bit of a shorter, fatter one. Anyway, I should make. Right, let's do a pink one. 2.5. 3.5. That's that one. And then we'll stick with that guy because I can't be bothered to redo it. So that's what we're getting. Do this one. The other thing I really love to make for these like spring males is I've got a really cute little umbrella die. I don't know if you've seen before, but I've made them with little like beaded raindrops. They're some of my favourite things to include in these kind of males. For sure. Yeah, it's just to sort of try it out, and other than using a die, there's other things you could do, is the idea. And then we could definitely put, I mean, they don't even have to go in here. They could go wherever. We could absolutely turn at least one of them into a shaker, sorry. Or even, we had this guy out earlier, didn't we? I reckon that guy fits quite nicely on one of these to make it a shaker. That's cute. I might do that and then do one as a whole. Do one as a whole shaker and one just as a little thing. How big does this need to be? Let's see, about there. There we go. Don't miss today's hundreds of cutting out hundreds of dies, really. It's not my favourite beaded raindrops. So I don't know if I've got one around to show you. I'll have to find it. But I basically just put the beads on jump rings and hang them from the umbrella. I don't think I've got one around to show you. They're definitely on my Instagram though. I don't know if you follow me over there, just Project Sparkle, but there's some, 100% you'll find some over there. Definitely shared some pictures of those. They would make cute fronts of cards as well, actually. Things like that. Little April showers themed cards. Turning these into shakers. See, now I've made a sequin mix. There's no stopping me. Everything must be a shaker. This one I need to sew 3 sides. So let me sew 3 sides of this. And then the other one we won't add any stitching, so if you've not got a sewing machine, you could still make it. I've just very nearly stitched all 4 sides. Oh, absolutely. Making shaker stuff is so addictive. I make everything I can into a shaker. I don't find making them particularly messy. Well, I say that. Literally next to me, I've got sequins all over the floor where I dropped some earlier. But if you're more careful than I am, it can absolutely be not messy. Also, if you want to make them slightly 3D, these are the strips that I usually use. In fact, we'll use these this time from Amazon. And they are just really thin little foam tape strips. And they are perfect for shaker embellishments. Oh, horse riding! I have fond memories of horse riding. Is she excited to start? Is it something she's been asking to do for a while? It's so lovely when they find their little hobbies, isn't it? My niece does trampolining and she's incredible at it, and it's so good to see her just enjoying her hobby. My nephew's a bit too little, but like to have a proper hobby, but he swims, he goes swimming lessons, and it's the cutest thing in the world to watch a bunch of little toddlers swimming, playing like games in the water and things. It's so sweet. Right, so I could have just used normal tape if you haven't got this stuff, normal tape, or these little thin foam tape strips are game changers. Half of this stuff because we only have a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna put more vellum on the back. You could use cardstock or whatever you fancy. Make it a pocket shaker. The mini tag inside, hidden pockets are so fun. True, hidden pockets are fun, I agree. That's sort of like the one we made earlier. I don't know if you were here, Nicole, but we made, oh gosh, this guy. I mean, the card inside is stuck in there, but you could cut this open and get it out. And there's just a little pockety thing. But you could absolutely make this into a little, you mean sort of like this and have like a pocket sort of thing? Is that what you're thinking? Oh yeah, I always drop them when I'm organising them into containers. Absolutely. This is going to be messy because I need to somehow work out how to get them into the tiny gap that I've left. And I should have known better. I have got a tiny spoon though, as you can see, so maybe that will help. Oh, or not. No, that's not helping at all. I need like a little funnel. That's what we need. Oh, cute. It's lovely that she's found some little hobbies, little things she loves to do. I need to, I'm thinking like roll up a piece of paper or something and to make a bit of a funnel for them to go through. Just using my pretty scrapbook paper. I should really be using scraps. go through there. Haha. That's easier. Holds the little gap open. Just enough. Don't be like me. Remember to only sew 3 sides. This could be way easier. Did anyone else have hobbies as kids that they kept doing or stopped when they were a bit older? Did any of you craft as teenagers and kids? I mean, I know kids do a lot of like crafting stuff, don't they? But like scrapbooking and all that sort of stuff. Let me see if I can pour the rest of the ink. It's going to annoy me to waste it. Haha, perfect. Oh, no, don't go in there, please. About to lose the whole thing. There we go. What are we doing? All of a sudden. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. I'm always buying. I'm like, well, if I just had, and if I just had. Yep, absolutely. Just try and move these across a bit. They've all got stuck in that corner. Right, now I can sew this closed. Okay, so we've got stitch version and then our no stitch version. Now they just need pretty things. I think this one needs something like across it. It's bothering me that it's just floating around like that. Have I got... Oh, what about, we had that little blue tag we used earlier, so there should be another one of those around. Something like that would be great. Or, I mean, we could even layer with more tickets. That's sweet. That's cute if I cut that in half. Sort of like it's 2 pieces. Thinking about having the more than words and then that one across there. And then you could have this. That's got to be flat. That's going to annoy me. Maybe we use that completely differently to what I was thinking. Oh, thank you, Cole. Nope. Don't like it. Let's add this guy on. I know I like this one. I have to have something hanging off the edge of my embellishments. I don't know why. It's a habit. Like that. If I make a cluster, like I have to have something, a bit like the flower that we did earlier. I have to have something that sort of goes off to the side or off to the edge. I don't know why. It's just a thing. Let's put the glue on these sides. That seems like the best place. It's not going to go everywhere. And then we've made a flat nail and some embellishments. That's not bad, is it? A few hours. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, that went well. I've just accidentally cut off part of my ticket. Right, well, that's what I'm going to rename as an embellishing challenge as opposed to mistake. Okay, so now we need to cover this strange little nodule that I've made. Well done, Emma. Okay. What else do we want to use? Let's have a look through this one. Joan Fabric's going to busy support any Barbie patterns they had. Oh, cute! That sounds like a lot of fun. this has got like bent. Don't know how. Aha, that covers that quite nicely. Almost as if it wasn't a problem. Not sure what to use out of this. It's all quite sweet. Very orange. Little. I like things to make sense, and I find this so hard that I can't just layer, you know, sunglasses in a pram. It looks strange to me. Why are we doing that? It has to make some semblance of sense. I mean, I know, you know, tiny snail on a tag, not particularly, doesn't make particular sense, but it just has to make sense with each other, I guess, is the way. Don't like that. Or we could do the little, no. Or we could not. I like this one, but I definitely prefer the ephemera in the Hello Honey. I think this one is more realistic. I mean, some of these are mixed up now, but slightly more realistic, and I like the more cartoony looking things. So depending on which one you prefer, that info might help you out. That's like a little piece you discard, but I think it looks quite cute in the middle of my tag there. That's quite nice on there. Little precious memories. Would have to move this so you could read it. We'll try not to use sewing on this, otherwise I would absolutely stitch around the edge of this. Yeah, it does. It does block the shaker, but I don't know. I'm always doing things like that. Always doing things like that. UK, England. Oh, we're talking about where we're from. That makes sense. Yeah, I think most of the guys in the chat at the moment are from the UK. I think it's the time of day at the moment. Oh, F is for friend. That is so cute. I want to use that now. For no apparent reason. I just like it. What else have we got? We've got little windmills. I said I like the other one better, and then I found loads of actually really cute little things that I want to use. Just think that yellow matches that somehow. Don't know how. Maybe we could just put like a, what's the word? Like a, hi Gina, like a little word sticker or something there, and that would be less in the way, but still give it like a bit of something. Yeah, I think we need like a, I don't know, like a phrase or a something. Oh, bits of thing everywhere. I'm more thinking I've got like a little Tim Holtz, like a quote book type thing. Oh, little bee. The little bees are so cute. I agree. Let me just try and find. I mean, we have got little Rosie Studio words. To be fair, there's quite a few of those. I was thinking this, because I've got like barely any of them left, and it would be nice to use them up. More than words. Maybe an adventure is worthwhile. That might be cute. Adventure is worthwhile. Something like that. It's a tiny fly. Go away, please. I could actually, you're right, the little bee that Nicole suggested could absolutely go on here somewhere. Just don't know which one. This guy. Maybe like on the flower. Like so. Something along those lines. And then this one just needs gems, in my opinion. In fact, we didn't add any gems to this, and we need to. Absolutely need to. One there. One here. I need something a bit bigger. What have we got? Oh, I have got like little hearts. They might be cute on there. Or definitely got bigger pink gems. They're all, I'll show you because you don't know where I'm looking. In here. They're all to the left of me. Oh, these are the ones I like to use. Those, they'll match. These ones are from the range and they're just all different colours, and I tend to just pick out the colours that I think match whatever one I'm working on. So I like the little lilac one for that guy. Do I like it in that position though? Yeah. No. Yes, no, who knows? Yes, B. Very similar to the green car. I still have the green car. In fact, I feel like you sent me a second green car, and now I definitely have a lot of green cars. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure that that bunch of flowers matches the rest of it. And I really wish I had been able to add stitching to that one. It's bothering me. Maybe a bow. I don't know, something. Maybe something. We could add something different to this. I need something to cover that corner. If I remember my little crafting incident. That covers it quite nicely actually. Do a little cake. I think the flowers fit. I think it just needs something else with it. Maybe one of, I'll look through the other one as well in a minute, the little, because this is all of the Born to Bloom, and I do have here. Did Zoe suggest a bee? I saw Nicole say bee. I'm missing it. I do apologise. Yes, a cute animal would be good. Not this bug. I don't like it. Why are there bugs in that one? The first time I've disagreed with Rosie Studio. Be happy. This guy. Like honey. That's quite sweet. The butterflies in this are lovely. A bee, a giant bee. That's sweet. A little hive. And that covers up my mistake. Like that one as well. Every day. It's not quite the right colours. That might be though. Something small and slim. Not the chunky gold gems. I've got plenty of the chunky gold gems. Don't panic. We can absolutely add some on. Something more like this, like a little, that was supposed to be under there, what's going on, and the little bumblebee, something like that. I've definitely got chunky, they're here they are. I have them. We will put them somewhere. In fact, it fits on there. Only a little one, but it fits. So it's going on. Come on, please. Thank you. There we go. Solved. Oh, this is the little hedgehog I was talking about. I love this little hedgehog. In fact, she fit. Oh, what if I flip that around? I need to cover this. Oh, I messed up the corner. Just need something to put under the hedgehog. Maybe a flower or something from the other collection might work. There's a green flower truck, if that helps. Yep, craft shops are the best. That works. And you could put like a little a word sticker across it or something. Well, we've still got that guy. It's because I've given myself the challenge of covering this corner, which is entirely my own fault. Oh, there's a fox. I didn't know there was a fox. Oh, I love that. And the fox fits perfectly over the corner. Solved. Sold. And then it just needs something else. What's this say? Seize the day. What about a fox with his own motto? How do we feel about that? A fox with a cause is what we could call that. Yeah, I definitely like this one. Oh gosh, throwing them everywhere. Stop doing that. It is a small chunky gold gem, and I think, you know, that was kind of me. It could have been a giant chunky gold gem, and I would have been happy because I love the chunky gold gems. Still need something next to him. Smile makes the sun shine. Fox with a billboard. Maybe one of those. Right, we're sticking with the fox. I just need something in the corner to give him somewhere to sit. It's bothering me that he's got no like base. Maybe just a flower? Nope. I could cut the base of the flower. Nope, that flower's too much. He absolutely should go on there. He will go on there. I'm just finding him somewhere to sit. Somewhere to sit. What about a fox with a book and a cause? I have a book. Haha. A book and it's just, you know, a chill fox, minding his business, doing his thing, supporting his cause, reading his books, drinking his coffee, you know. There is no glue in my glue gun. Probably because it's dripped all over the table. I need to change this glue gun. It's getting on my nerves. I'm moving too far over. No, he's okay. I want him. I think I want the Seize the Day on foam tape, like the top bit. One of these will fit nicely. And then I'll put the fox on foam tape as well, I think. He fits so perfectly there. Fabulous. And I reckon we can at least find space for one more chunky gold gem, at least. I reckon there might be room for two. Maybe put a flower behind him to fill the gap. Yeah, there's a lot of shaker still peeking through. Ooh. Flower behind him. Oh, like here. Sort of like so, but a different flower. I like the idea if I can find the right flower. I do have a plate full of flowers, so the odds are looking good. She says as she vetoes every flower. Maybe a blue flower? Doesn't like poke out enough. It just looks strange. Something more like that. Something blue. And I could put it that way up so that oh, it won't let me shove it in there, but I think I prefer it this way. And that does fit quite nicely actually, if we go with that one. Or have I got a blue flower that hasn't got leaves? That's what I'm thinking. There's pink. I need a tub. I don't like these being on a tray. I thought they were going to fall off. Blue flower. Yeah, I can't seem to find one without the leaves. I think we're going to have to stick that. Ah, that's one without the leaves, but not as sold. Won't go in. It's not filling the gap nicely. Why won't it go into the gap now? No, I think I do like this one. Keeps crashing. Oh, the live does. That's annoying. Is there anything I can do to sort of help with it, or is it just a YouTube thing? Let's stick that one on. And burn my fingers. Why not? Oh, did she? I see. I see. I mean, we could do more than one flower. Or something like that. Yeah, if I add some foam tape. I don't think with this foam tape is the back of it seems to fall apart. Just a bit of a pain. Let's try that. A fan of the blue flowers, Nicole. There are a lot of pretty florals in this one. There we go. And then he just needs some. Makes me not like this one as much though. There's something missing. Maybe another bee. Maybe another bee. Maybe don't know, something. And I also want to take this gem because I think it would look cute. Whoop, it's too far. Poking out of here. I want to add another one in here, but I want to tuck it under. They absolutely do. They are on it with their floral ephemera for sure. Just looking for gems. There they are. Got some clear ones. I've got some blue I will grab out momentarily. There we go. Yeah. Now that I've made this one and I really like it, this is missing something. Do you think that little bee up there helps? Yes, don't forget, if you are going to order anything, RS-Emma gets you 10% off, and it directly supports me, so I really appreciate it as well. Let's pop. I'm trying to fit a bigger gold gem on. Yeah, I think behind that bee. Makes more sense. What is this one missing? I moved the chunky gold one. I moved it. I stole it for this one. I wanted to put a bigger one on here, but I don't like how it looks. Something's off about this one. Wondering about moving the Adventure is Worthwhile down here, maybe? I don't know, just something about, oh gosh. I prefer the other one so much more. I want to know how to make this one better. Yeah, I think I prefer that down there. Yeah, I moved it because I wanted a bigger one. There's something off with the bee. Right, I'm going to take these ones off for now. I think maybe you guys are spot on with the florals, and we should put some more florals down this side. Maybe a pink. Looking for a slightly different floral, like slightly different flower, because that's pretty, but I think it's too similar. Oh, I didn't know we had little hummingbirds. That's super sweet. I don't like it there, but it's super sweet. There's these guys. That's cute, and we do have some like greenery that we could also pop in there somehow. We will add back the gems. Don't worry. We will add those back. Just looking for more little stems of flowers to try and fill up this one. Making a bouquet. Okay, I don't like the pink, but I do like the blue and the green there like that. I think that might be what was... I think that might be what we were missing. Let's do wet glue with these so I can move them around a bit. Oh, if it's going to come out. And then I'm pretty much done. Hi Alicia, how are you? That's that one. And how have I moved those so now they don't look right? What's happening? That's better. Okay. And then I'll stick some foam tape on this one. So while I'm here, if you've got any suggestions for other lives and things you'd like to see, do let me know. It's the best time to catch me when I'm live. There we go. That's better, isn't it? We've got something a bit better going on there now. And then that one can poke behind there. Whoop. See, he's barely even poking out. He looks wonderful. All the haters. Don't like the gold gems. Maybe, no. I'm gonna say maybe a clear one, but I don't think it needs a clear one. I think, yeah, okay. Oh, this one needs colourful one, maybe a blue. Have I got a bluey one? Yes, I do. Like there. No. Maybe not. I could mess around with the gem placement all day. We know this. Yes, so we've made some little ticket embellishments, and before that we made, organise the desk somewhat, by which I mean just throw things out of the way. We made a little flat mail. So this is annoying because this pokes over the edge, but it opens up to be a flip, and then the plan is that these guys will fit nicely. Oh no, that doesn't show up from that background at all. Will fit nicely here, although I don't like that on that background. I need to this one shall have to live elsewhere. But that was the plan, so that they would fit on here. In fact, it would probably be cute to do two different embellishments. You do tend to either over or under embellish them. Absolutely. Oh, I think they worked out okay. This one's probably my favourite, which is odd because I didn't like it when we first did it. But I do the fox with the claws, you know. So, I mean, that's probably about it for today's live. We've made the flat mail, we've made some embellishments. I mean, that one's, again, not going in there. It's annoying me. But it'll go somewhere. And then there's plenty of space for other stuff. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, maybe cards could be something we give a go next time. If you enjoy the lives, please do let me know. Please do like if you've got a minute before you disappear, and you can leave a comment, and do let me know if there's anything you'd love to see next time, because I'm always looking for project ideas. Sorry, Alicia, it should go up like as a replay pretty soon. What time is it where you are? Because it might be worth me starting these later. So at the moment it's like 10:30 p.m. here, and I tried to do a time that would suit the US, but I don't know about your side of the world. What sort of time? 7:30 a.m. That's insane. Right, okay, so it would have to be, well, I mean, even starting now, you'd have to get up crazy early. Maybe it might be worth me doing one then that's earlier here, so that it would be, you know, like evening for you guys. Something along those lines. Yeah, but I'm very sorry. I would do something else, but I don't really know what else we can add to this one. I have to make some bits. I need to know what else to add in here, actually, if anyone's got any suggestions. But I will. Is Sunday a good day? Is that for everyone else? Yeah, I would also be asleep, Alicia, absolutely. 7:30 a.m. That's no time to be crafting. Midnight crafts, absolutely. I do tend to work on more craft stuff at night. That's just a thing. Late nights are okay. Yes, Tina, night owl crafters for sure. Definitely. Well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget all the codes and stuff are linked in the description. I will link Pink Strawberry's tutorials. If there's any other links that you need or questions or whatever, just leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Thanks so much for hanging out on crafting, and I will see you probably next week. Bye!